Hi guys, welcome to the Hickey60 YouTube channel. Hope you're doing well, and we're going to jump on board with me now at the Northwest 200. It's my first ever road race, so this is the first lap that I ever did on a road. It was from 2014, like I say. This is in May. It's the Tuesday night, and this is the Newcomers lap, so it's going to be a very, very slow, steady lap. Like I said, first ever lap round. There's not just myself, there's a few guys. Flag goes up just there, and we have to follow a marshal. Now the marshal is on a road bike. You can see he's got his mirrors. It's actually Steve Plater on the I think he's on a blade there, but anyway, he's on a road bike. There's a few newcomers. I can't actually remember how many of us there were, but there was probably around 20 riders that year. They're all newcomers, so quite a few. As you can see, nice blue skies, which is unusual for the North Coast in Ireland, but there you go. It was a good week. You come through Primrose Hill just there. Normally a third gear corner. Like I said, this is going to be a very steady lap, but just wanted to give you a bit of a throwback Thursday to my first ever road race. 7 years to the day, 13th of May 2014 this was. We're heading down into York Corner right now. Really tight left-hander, first gear. I'm riding the Ice Valley BMW of Paul Shoesmith, the late great Paul Shoesmith. Ice Valley Racing BMW. Awesome bike this. It was actually Shoey's bike from the year before. It's only a super stock bike, but rode really, really well. I always had a good feeling from the bike. Yeah, I always enjoyed riding it. So, and this is actually the bike that ended up taking me to my fastest newcomer lap at the TT only a week or two later. Now in 2014 I never actually got a chance to ride that much, so I didn't have a BSB ride at the time. So I was actually quite rusty coming into the Northwest 200, so I actually entered a club race, an NG road racing race at Ulm Park, and apart from that I hadn't ridden all year. So I tell a lie, I did a track day at Cadwell as well. So I did a track day at Cadwell, I did the No Limits race. We're going through Station Corner now, normally 6th gear. Steve's starting to open the bikes up a bit, so we're starting to get a bit more speed going. This is on the run down to University, but yeah, I'd done a track day at Cadwell Park on this bike. I then entered NG road racing at Ulm Park. Apart from that, I hadn't ridden, so I was actually quite rusty coming into the Northwest 200 event, and even the TT, because I just hadn't done a lot of riding at all. Even going at a slow speed, it doesn't even look that slow really, does it? But these straights are so long, it's crazy. You always get speed controlled laps when you're a newcomer at the Northwest, the TT and the Ulster. When you get to go for the first time. That's why we've all got orange bib jackets on as well. Although actually I used Josh Brooks's idea of turning the top half of my leathers into orange for this year, so I could keep all my sponsors happy. It was Brooks who'd done it the year before, and I did it for 2014 as we enter into the Magic Roundabout the wrong way around. Nice seeing the blue skies. I certainly hope we get that when we head back to Northwest in 2022. Starting to open the bikes up a bit more now. We're heading down to the Macroboy chicane. To get up to 6th gear along here. All of us, we're all trying to see as far ahead as possible. That's the biggest thing. It's quite difficult, especially when it's all new. You can see that guy's got the brakes quite early there. Loads of us will have done car laps obviously as well, but as soon as you get on a bike, it completely changes how the circuit feels. The circuit actually gets a lot wider when you start riding it on a bike rather than in a car. This chicane is so tight. I really wish I got to ride the Northwest 200 with this proper corner instead of that chicane, but it would have been an awesome corner to go through there on 1000. I bet it was absolutely mega. But even so, we still get this next left-hander now. I'm not actually sure what it's called, but it's a really fast left-hander, 6th gear, mega corner. And then we're headed down to the Macroboy chicane now. So the first one was Mathers Cross. It's been so long, 2 years without Northwest. I don't even know where I'm going. Look, so this is the Macau chicane. The first one was Mathers Cross. Actually, quite a good chicane, that one. If there's such a thing as a good chicane, that one is one. It actually flows okay, and we're running down towards the Metropole now. Tend to want to stay in the middle of the road-ish, somewhere along them lines. Braking points pretty much as them white lines on the left there just opened up. All the way back down to first gear for Metropole corner. And we're just feeling our way around, as you can see. I know this is a very steady lap. I hope it's not boring you guys, but this is the first ever lap that any of us have done around there. So we literally, nice and slow. We get half an hour session, so we can just build up. You get about 4, maybe 5 laps in that half an hour session while you're learning. Love this section under the bridge just there. Really fast, 4th gear, flicking through the next right-hander. Absolutely love that section just there. Up towards Black Hill. Actually quite steep running up here. You wouldn't really notice it off the camera angles, but that is actually quite steep and obviously drops away. Blind crest just there. You got to watch the curb on that right-hand side. You can tell who's been doing the car laps and who's been watching the videos with who's online and who isn't. This coast road is absolutely awesome. Obviously, when we're racing, this corner really is one of the most important. It's basically the last place you're going to overtake someone if you're going for that win. As I'm sure you've seen back from 2018, where me and Alistair touched on the way going into there, who trying to outbrake each other. Alistair ended up going over the over the gravel, as did I. But yeah, it's that chicane there was the last place really to pass to make it for the win anyway. And as you run up into the last corner, real blind corner, just turning left there, downhill onto the start and finish. Quite a bumpy along there as well. Well, that is a lap of the Northwest 200 from 2014. Nice and steady. That was the first ever lap. And yeah, we'll show you a bit more over the weekend of maybe some of the races.